And aloha! Welcome to the Blue Note Fan Report. I'm Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan, and I'm your host on the only program that is by a fan, for the fan, and absolutely about you, the fan.
So are you Guy or Dee?
Ed Danowski.
You're not in Hawaii?
I wish.
To Mr. Gary Younger.
Hi, Dee.
Hey, sir, how are you?
And Brock, how are you doing?
Doing great, sir. Doing great. Honored to have you on the show.
You know, I had the privilege while I was in the forces, in the Canadian Armed Forces, to take the Stanley Cup to Afghanistan. Only hockey fans would deploy to Afghanistan where it's 105 to 135 degrees every day, and they'd take their hockey sweaters and play ball hockey. This is a year for the Leafs. The Leafs are going to win it all this year. One of the players down the line said, "You got to be kidding. The Taliban got a better chance of winning the cup."
And welcome to the Blue Note Fan Report. I am Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan. I'm your host on the program that's by a fan, for the fan, and about you, the fan. And if you want to know why I'm laughing, I'm watching. It is so funny to see what has happened. So when I first came up with this being the live draft show, I got over 150 viewers, but as I started playing my promo, it all dropped off. I think I'm down to about 65 now, but for all you on Twitter watching me, thank you so much. So here's what we're going to do today. I invited a bunch of people. If they show up, they show up. If they don't, they don't. But we're going to talk about each pick. I will not show the pick, but I will play the pick live on the air. I have my TV set up. Trying to hear ESPN right now. So you're going to hear those picks, and then we'll talk about it. I got Jeff Lyman here. Hey, Jeff, how you doing today? So we're going to be doing that. For those of you that are staying around and French time you're here, welcome to the Blue Note Fan Report. We are a show that we talk about hockey, and we talk about hockey. We talk about all sports, but today it's hockey. Absolutely, it's hockey, and I welcome each and every one of you that's jumped on. We're going to cover each one of these draft picks. We're going to talk about it. If there's any experts out there, if you think you're an expert, let me know. Send me a message, and we'll bring you on. This show, we say I'm by a fan, for the fans, and about the fans, and that's absolutely right. We have no problem bringing fans on the show, talking about what they want. If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, put them thumbs in the air. If you're watching on Twitter, don't forget to retweet and let people know about it. It's so funny watching the numbers just drop. I mean, it's like the stock market. We did one of these, and then everybody realized what it was and went, I went from 150 viewers down to 37. Oh my goodness. And it's still dropping. It's still dropping. I have no stock. I've got absolutely no stock. I'm not on caffeine today, bud. I'm drinking something called Aquarius. It's a type of, what do you call it? Pedialyte, type of Pedialyte, Japanese brand of Pedialyte. I've been really dehydrated lately, and I took some medicine last night that was supposed to help me sleep, and it knocked the living shit out of me. But you know what? I'm here. I'm ready to do this for everybody that's going to stick around and watch. Like I said, I invited a bunch of people. I invited NHL Watch. I don't expect them to come on, but I invited them, and we'll see what happens. The talk of this is Luke Hughes. He's probably in Powers, Hughes and Powers. They're probably going to go 1-2 or 1-2-3. Boudouin's in there. It's going to be a fun draft. I really look forward to it. Like I said, I've got it on. we're going to listen to we'll listen to the picks as they come in. We'll listen to a little bit of ESPN telling us what they think about it. I'm interested. I want to know what you guys think. And don't forget, man, share this out. Let more people know about it. It was nice seeing that 150 people there for a second, but boy, did it drop pretty quick. But hey, you know what? For everyone that's there, I appreciate you. Come on, keep watching, keep sharing, and let's have some fun tonight. So Buffalo, they got the first pick. Buffalo needs this pick. And I got to tell you what, this is going to be one of probably the most interesting drafts that we've ever seen. And you know why it's going to be so interesting? It's going to be interesting because this is the least scouted draft class in the last probably 40 years, right? No one's been able to go scout these guys. No one's been able to go look at these guys. I actually could see 2 to 3 teams taking nobody this year, taking absolutely nobody. And now my numbers are down to 12. Oh my goodness. You talk about scary ass face. Maybe it's too bright. I don't know, but it just plummeted. It was fun to watch. It was great to see that number hit 150 there for a bit. I mean, I just exploded on Twitter, but I'm nowhere now. So we'll talk to each and every one of you. We'll have fun tonight. I like Kevin Weeks being on ESPN. I hope he does stay more on the NHL Network, but I like what he's going to bring to ESPN. He reminds me a lot of Stuart Scott, and he has that same emotion. I think he picked up a lot of what he does from Stuart Scott, and it's just amazing to me. I want to have a great show tonight. I'm sure you want to have a great show, so let's all enjoy this. And I'm happening. So Jeff Groton is going to be on. He was a GM for the Bruins, and as the Rangers, he picked Lafreniere, Kakko, and Miller. And so let's see what he goes. This is just going to be fun. That was like, wait, this ain't the NFL draft. Oh man, it was bad. It was bad. Oh well, yeah. Oh, there we go. Ryan Green, thank you. Big trade for the Blues today. And so they traded Sammy Blaze and a second-round pick to the Rangers for Buchnevich, Russian guy. I'll tell you what. I will tell you what. That trade, I think, means a lot more than people are seeing. You know what that trade tells me? That trade tells me Tarasenko's not going anywhere. Absolutely. No, I'm serious. I think you bring in Buchnevich. He's able to, he's a young kid. He's going to push Tarasenko. And I think that he's going to be that guy that's going to help shut that mouth. And we had Reed Lowe on the other day, and he absolutely said, Tarasenko, shut your damn mouth. Right? Absolutely. So this is going to be a lot of fun. Let's enjoy this draft. Then, the other big one, Oliver Ekman-Larsson, going to, they got John Davidson on. There we go. They sent Seth Jones to Chicago. And that was a huge, but then they went and paid him $9 million. In what world is Seth Jones worth $9 million? Well, if you want to give him $9 million, give him $9 million. Hey, if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget our Facebook. Don't forget to put that thumb in the air. Throw some likes. I'm on Twitter. In the chat room, you guys can chat on. If you're watching me on the STL Fan Report, or not the STL Fan Report, if you're watching me on Hawaii STL Blues Fan, any of your comments you make are going to show up here. If you're watching on one of my other channels, they're not going to show up here, and I apologize. But, go to that channel and put it in there. Let's see what we can have some fun with this draft. The Ekman-Larsson trade, the ELO trade to Vancouver, I thought Vancouver did well with that. And I also thought that Arizona did well with that trade. Very interesting trade there. And I think you're going to see more of these. I honestly think you're going to have a team or two get rid of all their picks in this draft. Absolutely. They're going to get rid of every single pick. Why? These kids have not been scouted enough. They were talking about on NHL, and there was a couple of good things they said. It's not just what they do when the whistle blows; it's what they do after and before the whistle. They were talking about how guys are reacting at the warm up. Are they brushing their hair? Are they doing this? And Ruppert, I think it was Ruppert, said, excuse me, or not Ruppert, Scott Stevens said, you've seen one of the guys, they said he doesn't like the back check. He said he just stood up and quit the play. That's stuff you don't see on the tapes. So there's going to be a lot of GMs that are going to say, you know what? Unless we've got the right amount of eyes on this, the eye test, we're going to pass. And that's what I think happened. Chris Shockley says, I'm okay with the Hawks' dumb spending. I am too, man. I think that, you got to think about this. I want you guys to all think about this. If you have an $81 million, and you need to sign a minimum of 23 players, you got to have 23 players. You spend $10 million. That's over 10%. That's almost 12%. More than that. Yeah, let's see, 8, 9, 10, you're looking at about 12% of your salary going to one player. You sign 8 players at $8 million, you have no money left. 10 players at $8 million, you have no money left. Wow, man, you talk about scaring people away. I went from 150 to 8. Wow, that hurts. But you know what? The good thing is on Twitter, it's going to show I had like 200 and something views. So I'll take that, man. It'll look like this video really got watched, and we'll have fun. I'm going to be online with you guys for the next 3 hours. That's right, 3 hours. We're going to be here for a while. The Blues draft 17th, but it's actually 16th because the 11th pick will be skipped. Arizona gave that pick up for tampering with the Blues GM, our assistant GM, doing it before they could. So you just go there. Oh, I'm going up a little bit. Watching my numbers, and you know what? It's nice, and actually, it's funny. I've never had this many Twitters, but I've never seen this many Twitters run away so quick. I mean, look, if you don't like us, you don't like us, but at least stick around for more than 9 seconds, and I can watch. I can see how long they kind of stick around for. So stick around, enjoy the show, put your comments in. Do not forget to put your comments in. Let us know what you think. Now, if you are on Twitter and you're going to comment on the Hawaii STL Blues Fan Clan. Chris Shockley says if Vlady is gone, if Vlady is back, Hoffman's gone. I don't think so. I really don't. So here's Sam Castino's 2021 mock draft. He's got Power to Buffalo, Benners to Seattle, Edmondson to the Ducks, and Luke Hughes to the Devils at number 4. Dylan Gittler, and I can't pronounce names, to the Jackets at 5, and that was all I could see before they took it away. Actually, I think Hoffman's going to stay, man. I really do. I don't have any inside information, though I'm working on it, but I think Hoffman actually sees this as a team that can get him in that ring, and I think he's right. There's some things that need to be fixed, but this is a team that can do it, and I think this team is going to do it. I got to ask you a question. What do you think of how I look? Do I look better than I normally look? I went and bought a very, very nice video camera. No more 30 minutes. I'm not going to black out at the 30-minute mark, guys. I'm staying here. I'm here with you the whole time, man. Keep it coming. Keep people coming. Don't make them run away so fast. If you're here, we love you. Don't forget to put your comments in, and we'll keep talking as things go. So, the first pick, I think, is supposed to be about 7:15, 7:20, somewhere around there. They give ESPN the 15, 20 minutes. I want to see what ESPN is going to do with this draft. Now, I thought that they tried to do a very good production of the expansion draft. I actually thought that they did a little bit better job than the NBC did with the Vegas draft. I really do. But what killed that whole production was that everybody already knew. You know, they were doing all these secret things and that, but everybody already knew. Okay, so it is Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan, and today on the Special Draft Show, I am joined by the man, the myth, and definitely not a effing legend in my mind, Rob the Stagg Staggenborg.
Tell you what, man.
Rob, you missed it.
What
Dude,
happened?
You missed it. When I first came on, when I figured I came on 5 minutes early, right?
Okay.
And I figured I was going to play. I played the hockey match video. I jumped to over 160 viewers.
Wow.
Soon as I played the Hawaii Blues fan intro, the Blue No Fan Report intro, I dropped from 160 to 30, and now I'm down to 9.
Wow.
Right? Yeah, I know. It was. Yeah, it's a cutter, man. But you know what?
Honored, though, in a weird way.
You know what it's going to do though. When you go look at Twitter, I bet you look at Twitter, it's going to say this thing's had over 200 views already, right? So that's going to be helpful. We had 150 on Twitter yesterday with the Bulldogs, man. It was great. We got Ryan Green. Ryan, you have been absolutely an amazing guy, Ryan. And we're going to ask something in the Blues fan clan here later today. We'll kind of talk to you. I think you're going to be one of those guys that that we think was going to help us out. And I'll talk about that later. I really want to get more into the draft. How much does Buchnevich make, and how much longer does he sign for? You know, Jeff, that is a great question. And we can look that up on Cap Friendly. I honestly don't know. We'll look that up real quick as we're moving things along. Let's talk about where we think, what do you think? I want to know what you guys think the Blues might do in this draft. I really do. I want to know what you guys think that they're going to do. Are they going to? I thought I had Cat Friendly up, but I don't. I closed it, so I got to put it back. Do you think they're going to trade it? Right? Do you think Tarasenko is going to get traded? I don't. I honestly don't right now. What about you, there, Rob?
Well, if you have asked me 24 hours ago, I was like, for sure. Now I'm not so sure, and I think it kind of becomes a matter of people aren't, just driving themselves crazy to get to Vladimir Tarasenko, at least not at the price that Armstrong is asking. So I think it becomes not more of a case of he needs to go because he needs to change the scenery. It becomes a matter of money. And I think Doug Armstrong addressed that today, that, he's got a high salary, and we're going into this season expecting him as a possibility of him suiting up. So you have to take him on his word. You do.
Yeah. Hey, so PL Simon just joined. I joined this Keeper Fantasy League. They asked me to join as a Blues fan because the Blues guy blew it up, and PL Simon runs it. And thanks for joining me, PL. I really do appreciate this. I know there's a couple other podcasters in this group, and I got offered a trade today. Actually, what I think I'm going to do is I get offered trades in that because we do the show daily. I'm going to start letting you guys help me run my fantasy team.
No, don't do it. Don't.
Oh,
do
yeah.
It.
Oh, yeah. That'll be fun. I'll come in last place, but it'll be absolutely fun.
Nothing. Fans don't know nothing.
Oh, you're so full of it.
Listen, only the media and people who played hockey know anything.
You can kiss my right, what, and make my left one jealous.
That's the prevailing thought in the NHL, though.
That might be, but I'll tell you what, it's not true. It is not true at all.
I got you.
So, hey, let me look up this real quick. Hey, I got to ask you a question, Rob.
Yeah.
Do you think that with the oh, shoot. They got the entry draft up, so I'm having trouble trying to find the I got to go to teams here. So they got the entry draft up, so I'm working on that. So do you think with the signing of Buchnevich that means Tarasenko staying right there? Right? Buchnevich, because this is I seen that look on your face, but Buchnevich is that calming influence that Tarasenko might need. Young guy.
I'm actually going to tell you that this could be a bit of a game changer. Because you're right. It could be someone that Tarasenko, has a relationship with, that he can get along with. Like I said, anything's on the table right now for me,
You know what? Here we go. Buchnevich is an RFA. He has to be signed this year.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. They were talking about that today. Yep.
Yeah. So, oh man, I see this guy at a $3 to $4 million guy. I really do. And I think you can get him. I don't know. How old is he? He's 20.
Oh,
26.
He's about 26. They said.
So he's got one more year. He's got one more year. I think they're going to try and get him out of free agency. So let's see what happens. I don't think he'll sign a 1-year deal. I think he'll be happy coming here. I know he's in Russia, and it'll be a week or so before he's made available to the press. Not us, but to the press, even though we are press. But the right toe, yes, that's the one. I'm not sure what that is. Ideally, they should select the best player no matter what position. Yes and no. Yes and no. And the reason I say that is because right now you don't know who the best player is. You may have your board, but because you have not been able to scout these guys well enough, I think you need to look not at best player available, but at what's going to be best for your team, because you may be using that guy this year. At number 16, because one getting skipped, I can see that as being a guy that could possibly play this year.
Sure. And also remember, we got guys that we drafted last year, Jake Neighbors, Scott Perunovich. These guys have another year, a Blues system coaching under. So I expect those guys to start, stepping forward too. So, are they good enough? I always go back to, but you and I have talked about this before. Are the Blues good at judging talent in real time? Or are they good at legacy talent?
Be honest with you, no. Hold on. Let's.
NHL draft in front of a packed house at Montreal's Bell Center.
Oh.
Yes, for the second straight year, we are coming to you not from our customary spot on the floor of an NHL arena. Rather, we are at the studios of the NHL Network. And consistent with the future look at the draft, in addition to our partners Sportsnet and TVA in Canada, the 2021 NHL Draft is being broadcast in the United States by our new partner, ESPN. Welcome, ESPN and the Walt Disney Company. We also welcome another new member to the NHL family tonight. Picking second, the Seattle Kraken will make its first NHL Draft selection. The annual draft started in 1963. Over the years, it has changed and evolved. But one thing has remained constant no matter the name, the format, or the venue. The NHL Draft is where dreams of playing in the NHL and hoisting the Stanley Cup become more real. Congratulations to all of the players who will hear their names called over the next 2 days, and to the parents, relatives, coaches, and friends who helped get those players to this point. So let's get started. The first selection in the 2021 NHL Draft belongs to the Buffalo Sabres. Buffalo, you're on the clock.
And there they are. They've missed the playoffs the last 10 seasons. That's the longest active playoff drought in the NHL.
Okay, here we go. We're back. They're going. Let's wait until and we'll wait. We're gonna each time we say that the pick is in, before they announce it, we'll come on and let you guys hear that live. And then we'll talk about what that pick means to that team. Now for Buffalo right now, I be honest, if I was Buffalo, I'd have traded this thing. Right? I really would. They're looking at some of their number one picks, first overall picks. They've had 3 of them. And that tells you something when you've had, since they've been in the league, 3 times they've been the worst team in the league. Hold on. I'm not great at, what do you call it, multitasking sometimes, but I try.
That's all right.
So one of the things, hey, Brad Pond, how you doing, man? Hey, Brad, I will get with you. Brad's going to come on a show with us here next week.
Yeah, great.
Next week, we're going to bring Brad on. We're going to bring him on for about a 30-minute period. If you're good with that, Brad, we'll bring you on, and then we'll bring somebody else on. I want to kind of keep people moving because I've got a lot of people asking, but it's kind of hard sometimes to just kind of focus where everything goes. Hey, I got a question to ask you before we're waiting for this pick. What do you how do I look?
Oh, look at you, man. I'll tell you what, your face, you got to work on the white balance on your face.
A little bit, yeah.
The picture is crystal clear, man. It's really a good deal. Yep.
Yeah, I am using a Panasonic 350.
Now I'll tell you what, in Hollywood, they got these like lenses things that you put on the lens that make ugly MFers like you look like Rock Hudson.
That's like the last person I'd want to look like.
Hey, back in the day though, he was it, man. Showing my age.
He might have been it. Oh, see, look at that. Look at that. How much better do I look right now?
Marginally, you're getting there.
No, I turned one of the lights down. It took some of the glow away, you know. But I
It's
do.
still on your cheek a little bit, but you're good. No,
Yeah,
yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
Hey, but you know what? Yeah, on this cheek, right? No. Yeah, on
Hey,
this cheek, it's.
I just want to say, you
Yeah.
are one sexy bitch, man.
I know that. I absolutely know that. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
And it is.
We are proud to select from the University of Michigan, Owen Power.
Oh, there you go. No, I mean Power, #1 pick overall. Really. Now, see, this is something. If he is this, you got to get him playing now, right? Because you need to have Eichel going. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. I don't think you're going to get the money. You're going to get what you want for Eichel. You're really not. Right? We've talked about this. I don't think you overpaid Eichel, and that's your fault.
Look at that dude. He's like 6'2", man. He's
I
huge.
know. He's 6'6".
6'6". Okay, wow.
6'6". I'm 6'2". This guy would tower over me.
He's a big dude, man.
Oh yeah, you know.
But you know what? He's been rumored to be the #1 pick, so everyone.
Yeah, for a while. There was some talk late that Buffalo may go somewhere else.
Sure.
And there was also some talk late of a possible trade for the first-round pick.
Yep. Wow.
Chris Shockley said, there you go, Chris. Chris says, I need a makeup person now. Actually, I just need to learn how to change the lights a little bit. But hey, you know, I think the camera helps, you know. With your thoughts of teams trading away picks, so look for aging teams trading to younger teams looking for leadership. Absolutely. Yeah. I could see that, you know. What I see, for me, there are teams that can take on picks that the teams at the bottom of the draft, the teams, Tampa Bay, right? Tampa Bay can take on picks. In fact, they need to take on picks because they're going to be in salary cap hell. They're going to need cheap bodies to come up. Tampa Bay could take on picks. The Islanders could take on picks. They've got a solid core right now. Vegas could take on picks. Vegas needs to take on picks because they're going to be in salary cap hell. Colorado could take on picks. The teams that are built, Boston could take on picks. When is the Chara? We need another giant in the league. I don't think you're going to find another Chara for a while.
To your point, though, okay, Buffalo, they're kind of in this whole win now thing, and I kind of surprised they didn't shop that #1 pick. To maybe get in a veteran or something, you know, I don't know. It's kind of interesting.
They're not in a win now mode. They're in a they're in a let's not be last place anymore mode.
Well, I know they got a new coach there. I think not win now, but I think they want to start the build for sure. But
I agree. I agree with you on that. And hey, by the way, I know you're a tweet stormer, and you'll probably be tweeting during this, but I'm busy with this. So if you can add me. Tag me on your tweets so you can help me tweet storm while you're doing that. So I'd appreciate that.
I tweet from my phone, but I'm using my phone for the live stream, so it's kind of hard. But you know me, I have internet.
Oh, I thought you had your laptop set up or your computer.
But whatever. We'll talk about it later offline.
Yeah, no problem, man. We'll get okay. So I think Seattle's got 2 minutes, so I think they only got like 5 minutes per pick.
So can I just be honest?
Yeah.
At this point, it becomes a case of who the hell are these people? Like, okay, I know the name Owen Power. Who the rest are these people? So hopefully these teams will do their scouting and they'll be able to sell them to us because I don't know who these people are.
You know what? So Ryan asked a good question. Why is it year after year the bottom bucket teams get the first pick every year but never improve? Because they've got crappy player development. Right? That's what it comes down to, player development. If you understand what your needs are, well, first of all, when you're changing your coach every other year, you never balance anything. You have to get a coach. You have to put a coach in for 5 years and say, we don't care if you win or lose. you're here for 5 years. You take that weight off the coach, you're going to develop a system. Okay, pick is in. Here we go.
From the Space Needle in Seattle, General Manager of the Seattle Kraken, Ron Francis, will make the number 2 selection.
On behalf of Mr. David Bonderman and our entire ownership group, I'd like to thank the commissioner and the 31 member clubs for welcoming the Seattle Kraken into the National Hockey League. And on behalf of our passionate fans, I'm proud to make a historical first ever amateur draft selection for our team by choosing from the University of Michigan, Matthew Beniers.
Oh, yeah, dead on. So that was a pretty much what everyone thought was going to happen there. Dead on. Now that means at 3 and 4, there could be
some trading.
Well, this is where Hughes could actually bounce up and go to the Ducks instead of dropping and going to the Devils. And that's kind of Hughes. First of all, you already have 2 of his brothers in. He's the third. Yeah. And they were talking about it. It's really great. Top picks needs are now later picks are needs of the future. Yeah, you're right. You're right on that, Chris. And that's kind of what. But
hey,
see,
I gotta pop out of the screen for just a minute, okay?
Okay, no problem, man. So I get to talk now. You get to see me. Boy, man, you talk about getting your ego just absolutely crushed. Thinking about this, when I came on 30 minutes ago, I was at 150 viewers, and now I'm at 7. Oh, my ego just got destroyed. Binners is a good pick for Seattle. I think Seattle. I got asked in one of the groups what I thought Seattle's team now, what they did at the expansion draft, how it would look on opening day. And I have a feeling they've been so young that they're going to make some trades. I think that they're going to make trades. You got to remember, an NHL roster is only 23. So you got 7 of those guys. 7 of them are going to move, a minimum of 7, to the minor leagues, right? So, or, you got to get rid of them. So that's something to look at. They have 7 more guys than they need on their roster, on their NHL roster. So it's something to think about. It's how you're going to have to look at it. And they went young. Looks like Columbus. And oh my goodness. At a Columbus party, there's a bunch of JSs wearing crap hawk jerseys, man. Oh my goodness. I don't know what to say about that. Oh my goodness. Oh, our first pick, the Blues' first pick is number officially 17, but it will be the 16th pick because the number 11 pick is going to be gone. Seth Jones of the Hawks. Yeah. Well, you know what? I don't mind that because they spent so much money on him. They're not going to be able. I'm telling you, it's going to happen this season. The Hawks are going to do something this season that I think is going to shock everybody, but I absolutely see it happening. I thought about it last season and I got told I was an idiot, but this season with what they just did, they're going to trade. They're going to trade Patrick Kane. Right?
I don't know, man.
He's going to waive that no trade clause.
I'm going to put that in the same file as your Connor McDavid to Tampa Bay story.
Well, hold on. Okay, now first of all, if you read the story,
I did read the story.
Okay. The last thing I said was, these probably will not happen. But should they? I asked, should they? And if you look at how I set up that, in fact, when we had Lance on, Lance originally told me that I was nuts. So he went back and looked at the trade. He really looked at the trade and he goes, oh, wait a minute here. The Tampa trade. Now, to me, I got told by one of our writers that Tampa was a nothing. That no way in hell. But he sent me a Montreal trade, and I thought that Montreal trade was there's no way.
It's terrible.
Yeah, because Montreal was giving up way too much.
Sure.
Way too much. And I tried to write about that trade, and I wanted to write about it fairly. I couldn't. I had to back off what I was going to write because there was no way for me to justify the trade other than this was a win now trade.
Yeah.
Right. But I said it was a gamble. I said the Montreal trade was a gamble. Right. I'm not the 2-bit hack I've been called that everybody thinks I am.
I don't believe that. Like, people call me shit too all the time. I get it, but come on, man. It's like, First of all, you know what? First of all, I got to tell you, it made me feel good that someone would take their time to write about it and call me a 2-bit hack. That means they read it. That article's gotten over 1,000 views. Wow.
I'll take it. You know, we're almost at the 15,000 mark. A lot later than I wanted to happen, but we're almost there. That was our goal. We're looking at doubling our best month ever. Best month ever.
It's all about good content and
right?
being out here and doing it all the time.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Right? It makes me happy to see the Hawks play terrible. I agree, Ryan. Ryan says this is the part where I grab my popcorn. Well, Ryan, tell other people to grab their popcorn.
Oh, come on. We're all buddies, man. We're all
I know. No. You know what? But it's fun. Rob, see, this is what the day that when we were talking to Reed Lowe, right?
Yeah.
And I went out and you took the show over and you basically threw me under a bus. Well, you didn't hold on. You didn't throw me under a bus. You took me and threw me under a fucking a convoy from the movie Convoy at the end of it. Right? The mile long. You just, I mean, and when I say that, I appreciate that you want to disagree with me. And I had people calling me, man, I wanted to punch Brock in the face for that one.
What the hell?
What's he doing on your show? You know, and I told him, look, no, it's okay. We kind of talked about this. You know, in the past, I have gotten very defensive on things. And you know what? In this arena, this is not the arena to do that. So in my eyes, I needed to learn how to not be defensive when someone disagrees with me.
Okay.
Oh, you and me? Well, no, I'm being, full disclosure, right? That's who we are.
Yeah.
We went and we talked. Pick is in, so stand by. And we'll continue this after we see who they pick. I'm waiting for him to come up. Okay, now they haven't come up yet. They say it's in, but they haven't announced it yet.
Yeah, the stream I'm watching is a couple seconds behind you, so it's weird. But
so I got it directly off my cable, so I'm not watching a stream.
So
I've got a pretty nice setup here. I got 2 TVs set up. I'm on one. I got my not really nice camera that I have tilted a little bit, and I need to kind of adjust.
Comes in, I do want to get back to this topic because
no, I do too, because I think it's really important. Here we go.
Fans on the arena floor. The Anaheim Ducks selection, number 3, will be made by Executive Vice President and General Manager Bob Murray. Bob, you're up.
The Anaheim Ducks are proud with the 3rd pick of the 2021 draft. Happy and excited to draft from the Peterborough Pete's hockey team, Mason McTavish.
Oh, so that means the Hughes brothers are going to be playing together on the Devils. The Devils are not skipping Hughes. I'm telling you that. I'm absolutely telling you that. They were saying on ESPN, they're just going to take the best player available.
No.
No, this is more with Mason McTavish. I think this is more with this is more about Hughes, and they only get 5 minutes from once the pick is made, so they hold it up. With the Blues have a new house soon? No, our building, they just redid the building. Yeah, it'll be the building now is good for another 20 years, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I really do. I really do think that building is good for another 20 years and should not be an issue at all. So back to our topic.
Okay.
So before that show, me and Brock had a conversation offline. And I told him, if you're going to do something like that, you got to give me a little bit of a heads up. So I'm ready for it. And I understand what's going on. Well, so he did. We have a keyword or we have something that we let each other know, a cue. And he shot the cue before I went off. So I knew it was coming. And then at the end of the show, the end of the interview, me and him talked about it. And one of the things, I felt that I was able to talk to his comment without being defensive, without getting upset. So that's how we're learning as journalists to accept your comments, negative and positive, right? Because we're putting ourselves out there. And when you put yourself out there, you're going to have haters. You're going to have people that do not understand what you're trying to do. I've gotten so many laughs and called an idiot and so many names over that article. But if you sit down and look at that article about McDavid, my Tampa Bay trade makes effing good sense. And I thought I backed it up. I thought you read it raw. You read it raw. And I thought I backed it up raw, even better than they backed it up cleaned up.
My dogs were barking, man. Our food just showed up, so my dogs were barking. But the thing I want to say is that's what is great about our show. It's just like we're two fans who we challenge each other. Like I challenge Guy, and I'm still not comfortable with that, with how we ended it. I still think there's a whole nother thing about, information and sources and how you. But again, you know what? That tonight's not the time to bring that up. But again, he's got his right, and he's got his right to his sources. But the fact is that I felt good enough to question him because we're buddies. And it's like two guys having a beer. Like, what? I can say F you and you can say F me. But you know what? I got your next beer. You get my next beer. That's how that's how it is for us, man.
Absolutely. And that's kind of the way it needed to be. That's kind of what had to happen. And Guido's here. Welcome, Guido. Welcome, bud. Right? So no,
I get fired up. I get excited. I do. It's me.
But like I said, the big thing here is me, especially me, because you've been in media a little bit longer than me, is learning to accept the criticism the right way. Mm-hmm. And one of the things that was good was that I went and told you, hey, let me know so I can be ready for it, and I can make sure that I'm not going to get defensive. And we're going to talk together. I felt really good about how we handled that. Yeah. Right. I really did. I felt really good. And when we do argue, it's absolutely fine. Roland Spinks is here. What's up, Roland? So, hey, man, don't forget to share this out on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Let people know I'm Guy, the Wild Blues fan. I am joined here by my buddy, Rob the Stagg, Staggenborg. And we are just having some fun, man. We're enjoying it.
Watching
So Anaheim dropped all the way down to 9 to take McTavish, right? That he was the 9th ranked prospect according to NHL.
Wow.
And so they took a swing. So now you have Granthers that is available to New Jersey, and Hughes could slip to 5. Or Ganther can slip, and I'm probably saying his name wrong, to 5, the German kid.
Gunther,
he could slip. I could see him slipping to 6 or 7. Mm-hmm. Honestly, I don't know, but this is interesting now.
When you think we're going to get some trade action? You think we're going to get some trade action pretty soon?
Oh, yeah. No, I do. I really do think we're going to get some trades, but I don't think they're going to happen until 10. They're going to happen between 10 and 20.
That's what I was going to ask. So what part? 10 and 20, huh? Okay.
10 to 20, I think so. And the reason I say that 10 to 20.
I'm going to say 7 to 12.
Yeah, I think 10 to 20. And New Jersey's pick is in, so stand by. We'll put that up here in a second. One of the things, here we go.
Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey. Obviously at a viewing party, the executive vice president and general manager, Tom Fitzgerald, will make the 4th selection in the 2021 NHL draft. Tom, the floor is yours.
It's great to see everybody here finally live at the Prudential Center.
Finally, some energy.
I want to thank all our staff behind me for all their tireless work they've put in this last 2 years.
Gunther.
With the 4th overall pick, the New Jersey Devils are proud to pick from the USA Development Program, Luke Hughes.
I had the boo up because I thought that they were going to screw this up. No, that is the one to get. No.
It's all about the PR, man. PR.
You know what?
PR.
Let it be. because you know what? This kid's upside with his brother.
Yep.
They were talking about this on the NHL Network. The fact that he's got two brothers that are already in the league, he knows how to get through what training camp's going to be like.
Sure.
He knows what drills are going to be. He knows what razzing is going to be. He knows already what he's got to deal with.
You know what, though? I mean, let's just start thinking about it, man. Look at all the history of brothers in the NHL, man. You know, the Plager brothers, obviously. We know those guys, you know. You know, the Sutter brothers for St. Louis. I mean, the Hughes brothers. Just list
The
goes on
Sedin
and
twins.
on. What's that?
Right?
The Sedins, of course. The Sedins.
Okay, Blues fans, you better be nice to my guest, because if you're not, I'm going to kick you out. Wendy!
What's up?
Hey, man, how you doing? Oh, so now that we got you, so you got about 4 minutes to say what you think of the Seth Jones trade.
Seth Jones.
Not happy. Not happy at all.
It's a long contract.
I'm glad you say that, because a lot of Blues fans are happy.
I'm just saying this. The Hawks gave up their future when last year they said, by posting, stating they are rebuilding. Why would they give up the future they did for Steph Jones is my question. And how in the world do you make Steph Jones one of the top 3 highest paid defensemen in the NHL?
Mm-hmm.
I like Steph Jones. I do, but I honestly I was someone saying, do not go after Steph Jones at all this offseason. Player you should try and acquire if you want to go after a big name defenseman is Dougie Hamilton in free agency. They gave up yet another former first round pick in Adam Boqvist. They gave up the 11th overall selection this year and a first round pick for next year's draft, when it's one of, if not the deepest in the last 5 years for the NHL draft.
And it'll probably be the most scouted draft in forever, since they haven't been able to scout drafts.
Yeah.
Bowman is, I've been saying it for years, Bowman does not know what he's doing when it comes to trades, especially with the Blue Jackets. This is 3 trades in a row with the Blue Jackets that the Hawks have made, and they always turn out to not work out well for them. Because the Hawks have a future today for Steph Jones. I like it. We get Steph and Caleb together, but we're giving up way too much.
Okay, let me remember that conversation you and me had with I'm just went blank. You know who I'm talking about?
Jeremy.
No, the former Hawk, former Blue.
Oh, Kimball.
Jamal?
No, huh? Jamal Mayers.
Yeah, Jamal.
Right? Yeah, and I asked a question, and you guys both shook your heads at me when I even thought about asking that question. And now I think that question comes in to play big time. Do they trade Patrick Kane? I know he has the no trade, no move, but hold on. They're in a rebuild, and they've said that. They just traded all these picks.
Anymore.
Well, hold on.
I'm going to catch up.
Okay. They just traded all these picks, right? And they've got and now you've got a star that's starting to get disgruntled, that doesn't want to be part of this rebuild.
There's not been any statements of Patrick Kane saying anything about not wanting to be part of this rebuild.
Yeah, but you can tell. I mean, come on, you know he doesn't. This guy doesn't want to go through this. He's got 3 rings. Do you think he deserves to go through this?
The thing is,
they traded Duncan Keith to a contender.
Yeah, we traded Duncan Keith because he wanted to be closer to his son.
Well, here we go. The pick is in, so stand by.
Of hockey operations, JD, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Thank you, Gary. On behalf of our ownership group, led by John McConnell, our staff, coaches, and players, I want to thank all the great fans here tonight at Nationwide Arena. Thank you. Fifth line, it's great to see you again. To make our first pick in the 2021 National Hockey League Draft, I would like to introduce a great and longtime fan of the Blue Jackets, an Ohio guy, a former captain of the Ohio State Buckeyes, and one of the best broadcasters in the business, ESPN's own Kirk Street.
JD, how are you, man? I wish I could be there. I know how the fifth line can get fired up, and some great memories in that arena. And I get back as often as I can, and looking to get back even more this year coming up. But I know it's great to have you back, part of the organization, and helping us rebuild and look forward to trying to get back to the postseason. Exciting time. This young man's name I'm about to read is about to play for the most passionate and loyal fan base, I think, in the NHL. So with the fifth pick in the 2021 NHL Draft, the Columbus Blue Jackets select center Kent Johnson, University.
Wow. So Gunther now's dropped. He's dropped to number 6 minimum. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but I understand why Columbus made this pick.
Yeah.
This was a need.
Okay, but in the top 5, you're going to go with need over best available?
Yeah.
You have the number 3 rated guy that is sitting there for you. Because
they have another pick at 11.
Okay, yeah, but Gunther, I think you could have got Johnson at 11 and Gunther here.
I don't know.
Well, actually, they have the 12th pick, not the 11th pick, but because the 11th is going to get skipped.
Technically 11.
But I think Gunther here are not picking Gunther here and taking Johnson at 11. I think, or even that, if you're worried about Johnson going earlier, use that 11 and a 7th, trade up.
I don't know. I'm just thinking they made the right pick here. Kent Johnson's actually a solid prospect.
Well, so do you think that Detroit goes with Gunther?
More than likely. More than likely.
I mean, I'm still sitting here kind of. I'm surprised. Gunther. I looked at Gunther because there was talk about Gunther probably being a number 1 or 2 overall.
I was seeing Gunther around this area, around like 5th or 6th overall. So seeing Kent Johnson going above Gunther, it's actually understandable. This in my mock draft, I had Johnson going above Gunther. Just when I did a for fun mock draft, I didn't do a video on it, but I had that. That's how it went.
Well, I mean, we'll see. I think Johnson was rated 7th.
8th.
I think 8th.
Yeah.
So you have the 8th and the 9 rated guys gone already, and so this is surprising. I actually think once we get past 10, you're going to see, well, I know a team that is drafting in the normal, I'd say 20 to 30 spot is not going to pick any players this year. I think there's a team that is out there. I actually think 2 teams will actually go and trade their picks for a player. And the reason I say that is because these kids are not as well scouted as they are in the past, and the crapshoot there becomes enough that you just got to say, it's not worth it. I think these teams
thinking the Hawks might try and move up just because they're now picking 32nd.
Because they got the first round, they got the first pick in the second round.
They got the first pick in this round.
The Hawks?
The last pick in this round.
Oh, so they got it from
Columbus.
Okay.
It's the Tampa Bay pick, basically.
Okay, yeah. So they've got Tampa Bay's pick at 32.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who would they pick?
I don't know. But if they stay with the last pick, don't be surprised to see Kirby Dach's younger brother drafted by the Blackhawks, Colton Dach.
Okay, I could see that.
He's projected to go in the top 10, top 5 in the second round. So maybe take a chance and just draft him in the first round with the last pick.
Yeah, I mean, I could kind of see that. I could see that. One of the things that I'm, I don't know. I don't know. I just see some of the things that are going on here. And I just think that as you get further down this draft, there's going to be teams that are just not going to pick.
Yeah.
Right. I'm watching one of these. They got this. What is it? The Flex Seal commercial.
Yeah.
And I love these fake ones where the guy's in the boat that's covered, made out of chicken wire, and it's actually not. So I love it. Oh my goodness. So what number do the Blues pick in the first? We have the official number 17th pick, but we will pick in the 16th spot.
Yes.
So the reason what's going on here is, and actually it's the Blues' fault that's what was happening, right? So when the current GM of Arizona was hired, they actually talked to him before he had permission from the Blues to be talked to. And that got found out after last year's draft. So he wasn't allowed to be in last year's draft, but apparently he gave some notes to the draft. So they forfeited a pick this year. So we are the official 17th pick.
The pick is
picking
in
16th. Say again?
Picks in for Detroit.
Picks in. Okay. Well, she's talking to Jackie Redmond's talking to. I actually sent Jackie Redmond an invite to this. Oh, hey, Rob, can you take over for me for a moment?
Sure. Wendy, I got to ask you, have you ever been to St. Louis?
Yeah.
Okay. The Chinese food here in St. Louis is spectacular. And I just had Chinese food. I would never interrupt the show, but my wife bought Chinese food. And it's just like, it's like dope. You can't not enjoy the Chinese food here. So just a tip, anyone, don't sleep on St. Louis Chinese food. It's really good. So anyway, back to the draft. Just a little plug for Chinese food when to throw that in there.
Yeah, so.
Okay, yeah, okay. Anyway
I'm thinking on who Detroit takes here. I do think they do take Gunther, but it wouldn't surprise me if they take one of the goalies.
Well, are you surprised Gunther's fallen the way he's fallen? I mean, I was expecting him to be one of the top 3 picks.
I actually had Gunther going to Detroit.
Wow, okay. Be interesting to see how that all shakes out. What do you think of the draft? What do you think of Owen Power going number 1? Obviously, I think that was everybody had that pretty much picked.
Power and Berniers were 2 understandable picks. I had a feeling the Ducks could go after McTavish, but we have to see.
Yep.
So who does Steve Yzerman take?
Yep. So let's see. I guess the pick is in. The guy's got the control board, so he knows what's going on and what's not. So I guess we'll just kind of play.
Bettman's at the podium.
Yeah, I'm on a stream. It's just a couple minutes late. They're talking to Owen Power here. So I am running a little behind you guys here. Pick is in.
Okay. They have a kid doing the announcement.
Little Caesars Arena.
They took Simon Evertson.
So he would have been in about the 7th or 8th rank I don't have the ranking in front of me, but
Yeah, they took took Swedish is he a forward? I believe he is. No, he's a defenseman, Simon Everson. Well, it's understandable they didn't take one of the goalies here just because they just acquired Nedeljkovic yesterday.
Yeah.
And then they actually do need to work on the defense, so understandable pick right here by Detroit.
Let's see, well, I'll tell you what.
I'm wondering if San Jose takes a crack at Wallstedt or Koska or even Gunther.
Yeah, I'm just really surprised to see Gunther falling as quickly as it has. But again, I'm not a scout. Again, I haven't scouted a lot of these guys, but obviously these guys are well scouted. They know what they're getting. So this guy for the Red Wings looks like he's going to be a solid defenseman. Looks like he's a big, lanky, kind of fits the prototype of the new defenseman in the NHL, like 6'5" or over. I'm not sure how tall he is, but he's 6'4". Yeah, so big, tall, lanky guy. So again, that's what the league's looking for right now.
He should pair well with more Schneider in the future.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly think right here we see one of the two goalies taken with San Jose.
So 1 o'clock now. And the other one is I'm kind of interested in what the Kings do. The LA Kings are a team that I still think that, they got money to spend. I think they got some cap space, and I really expect them to, make some sort of splash in free agency or in the draft or something. So do you think they trade this pick, or do you think they go?
I heard earlier today, listening to NHL Network Radio, they were one of the teams that wouldn't mind moving down and out of the top 10.
That's what I was wondering.
So, I wonder if LA does it.
Oh wow! So, okay, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. No. This is a good one. Rob, you know how you like writing articles about the guests I get and all of that?
Yeah. Yep.
How about Kathy Golick? Kathy Cato Golick. Do you know who that is?
The name sounds familiar. Why does it sound familiar?
Kathy Cato Golick is the legacy manager for Laura Branigan.
Oh, yeah, that's where I've seen her name. Yes. Oh, my
God.
God.
I've had her on before.
Yep.
I wanted to do a story and another interview with her. Yeah. And I have some other things that I need to talk to her about. And that's what that phone call was. Awesome. Monday or Tuesday, we're going to try and do an interview. Now, it might be earlier your time. So I know you may not be able to get in it, but I always send you the interview and you can write the story up from there.
Awesome.
Right?
That's great. Hey, will you do me a favor?
Yes, sir.
Send her my demo tape. I might, I still got it.
Yeah, right. No, thank you. So Benners finally gets picked. No, Matthew Benners. Where did he go? Or did he go?
He went number 2.
Oh no, he went number 2, right?
Yeah,
so Gunther slipped again. Right? So
what the pick Detroit make was understandable. They needed to work on their defense. Their defensive prospects are actually their weakest point. Mm-hmm. Taking a defenseman there was actually very understandable, and taking them, it makes sense for Detroit to take Everson.
Oh no! I do see it some, but now I'm looking at a top 3 talent.
No.
In 7, 8, 9, 10.
This happens every year.
Not this big. Not you don't have usually this happens to a 6 or a 7 that drops into the 20s. Not a top 3 dropping into the 10s.
It is a different draft though. It's not the same as normal.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. So here we go. Pick us in. Sorry, I missed that pick.
I'm expecting either Jesper Wallstedt or Gunther here with San Jose.
Where did you have Gunther going? I know you had him already going.
I had him going to Detroit, but Everton made sense for them.
Oh, yeah. So Rob, Roland said we both owe him
I know
dinner.
I told him Taco Tuesday. I'll be at the taco truck at the old taco park.
Well, we got the Rockstar. Oh, that's Rockstar Tacos is going to be at the Haley event,
Cool.
right? Yeah. Okay, so they've taken.
Okay,
so you have
San
7,
Jose.
8, and 9 off the board. So now you've got.
I
three.
think a goalie.
Say again.
I'm thinking just for Wallstedt to San Jose is going to happen.
So number 10. So now you're going to look at 3, 5, and 6, dropping into 8, 9, and 10, or into that zone.
The thing is, San Jose has one of the worst goaltending cores in the list. So seeing Wallstedt here wouldn't surprise me.
Oh.
2021 NHL draft will be made by the San Jose Sharks. From the SAP Center is Doug Wilson Jr., Director of Scouting. Doug, the floor is yours.
The San Jose Sharks are proud to select from Djurgården, Sweden, William Eklund.
Eklund! There we go.
Okay.
Wow. You know what? Somebody's making a move to get Gunther here in the next 3 picks.
LA's
no. I think.
I asked Wendy, do you think LA trades their pick?
From the start of the year to the end of the year.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Oh, he says we're doing Chinese.
I know. I love it.
Michigan, 3 first-rounders. I knew they were good, but not that good. No, they had a good season this year.
They have a very stacked team.
Yeah, they got some depth. I think they just ran into a buzzsaw in the NCAA tournament. Right?
I'm liking the pick by San Jose getting William Eklund. That's a good pick. I would have thought they would have gone goalie because their goaltending core going further, it's not there. They don't have that good of a prospect in that.
Yeah, but I don't see taking a goalie in the top 10 unless he's a can't miss. And
just for Wallstedt's that type of goalie.
Think so?
Oh yeah.
Well, look at the kid.
Arizona moved into the draft at number 9. I said, well, they're going after one of the 2 goalies, and then there's.
I thought no. So Arizona does get the pick at number 9.
Yeah, they took the picks from Vancouver. That's Vancouver.
Oh, Vancouver's pick. Okay. I actually thought that they weren't going to be allowed to even draft into the first round.
No, they
trade into the first round.
Into the draft, they did, and that's what happened. So they have the pick for the Vancouver Canucks, which that was a terrible trade by Jim Benning and the Canucks, if you ask me.
Oh, I don't know.
I was just watching some highlights of this Eklund. Well, he reminds me a lot of just a sniper. But I'll tell you, he's gonna be a handful. I'll tell you what, a left-hand shooter. Sweden, I think he's gonna be someone definitely to watch. He looks good, man.
Well, one of the things these European kids have over a lot of our kids is they actually, they're playing with men, so they get some of that. They get some of that experience. They're playing in almost semi-professional or professional leagues, where our kids are playing in age appropriate leagues. So there's some of that speed, and that's why I think more of the North American kids fail. Oh, hold on, LA's pick is in. I'm waiting on it.
It is.
Yeah,
going on my end.
Yep.
Oh yeah, there it goes.
Yeah, I'm watching this directly off of cable, so I might be a little bit ahead of you guys.
Yeah, I think
I have it on TV actually too. So
here we go.
I'm just watching this broadcast, and Emily Kaplan is a great reporter.
They finally took him, huh?
Behind him.
Gunther.
Oh, Brant Clark. They took Brant Clark.
Wow.
Clark.
Wow.
I'm okay with that pick by LA.
No, it's not a bad pick. It's not a bad pick, but this is where I say right now. So you're thinking you got Arizona on the clock at 9, and you've got them picking the goalie now.
I'm thinking they take just for Wallstedt.
Okay, so now you have the number 3 pick falling to either. See, this is where Columbus may have just walked into an absolute perfect situation.
They're going to probably end up with
well, it depends on you gotta they're gonna end up with a top 5 talent. They're gonna end up with a top 5 talent, but you got Ottawa next.
Ottawa needs a goalie, so I think they take Sebastian Koska, and just for Wallstedt goes right here at number 9.
So you say back-to-back goalies?
I think it happens because
interesting.
In my mock draft, I actually had back-to-back goalies until the Blackhawks traded away their pick to Columbus, and I said. That still hurts me up, by the way, because that literally happened like less than an hour ago. But I had Ottawa taking Jesper Wallstedt and Sebastian Koska going 11th to the Chicago Blackhawks.
Yeah. This so far it's interesting right now. I'm enjoying some of this. I'm really. Oh, by the way, you didn't get to hear what happened, Wendy. So when I first came on, I had, I said the live, draft show, and that's what it is. I had over 160 people pop on like right away. As soon as I played my my intro, that dropped from 160 to about 70, and then as I started talking, it dropped down to the 10s. Talk about a shot to your ego, man. I'm just not one of those NHL aficionados, even though I'd like to think I know what the hell I'm talking about. Oh, I got to ask. I got to ask you a question, Wendy. Now, I know that, you and me are rivals, but we're friends, correct?
Yeah.
I'd call you a friend. I think you'd call me. I hope you'd call me a friend. Did you read the article that I did on McDavid being traded?
No, I haven't.
Okay. I said that I thought that Ottawa should trade McDavid, and one of the two places I thought he should go are Edmonton. Sorry, shut up. Shut up. Thank you.
Get it right.
Edmonton should trade McDavid, and one of the places I thought he should go was Tampa Bay. Now, I don't want to give it away because I really want people to read the article, and it's getting a lot of reads, but the trade, if you look at it and you go and look at it, you'll see that the money makes sense, and it actually gives Tampa Bay about $7 million in cap space.
When you're giving up the highest paid player in the NHL.
Well, hold on. You've had him for 6 years now, 6 seasons. You've made the playoffs 50% of the time. So 3 of the years that you've had the best player in the NHL, you've missed the playoffs. You've only made it past the second round once. And in the last 2 playoff years, you've won 1 playoff game, and you lost to the worst team in the playoffs. In the play-in round, they lost 3-1. They won 1 game against Chicago, and Chicago was the last team in.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so when I say they were the worst team, I mean they were the last team in.
Yeah, right? I know.
And not so you have McDavid and Drysdale, and you still can't get it done.
Yeah.
McDavid is the problem. You cannot. He's a Wayne. If he's a Wayne Gretzky-esque player, Wayne Gretzky didn't become the player he was until he had Hall of Fame talent around him. They cannot put Hall of Fame talent around him. However, you trade him to Tampa, and you cannot touch some of that Hall of Fame talent. You put him with Hall of Fame talent, and then I had a defenseman, a center. I had a defenseman, 2 centers, and I forget who the 4th player was. Might have been a winger. Going to Ottawa, or not Ottawa, Edmonton.
Yeah,
going to Edmonton.
Yeah, Pat Maroon.
Pat Maroon was one of them. going to Edmonton because, well, I'll say Maroon, and the reason I had Maroon going was it wasn't a money, it was the toughness, it was the charisma, it was that je ne sais quoi that team is missing. It's what they need. If you go look at that trade, I'm sorry, I've been called all kinds of names, but if you look at that trade in a hockey sense manner, it absolutely makes sense. I could see if you made that trade, if those two teams made that trade, I would put my money on an Edmonton Tampa Bay finals next season.
So you put your money on a hypothetical trade that'll never happen.
How do you know it will never happen?
That, damn it.
How do you know it will never happen? How do you know that someone with some hockey sense, or actually, how do you know that someone goes, you know what?
Well, because
this is, you know what?
Nothing
Somebody
reported.
knows. Let's say this. This is a scenario in my head. Okay, this is a scenario in my head. Somebody who got this article laughs it off and sends it to somebody on Edmonton or Tampa Bay as a joke. Oh, you got to read this. This is really funny. You'll like it. And when they do, they read it and they go, wait a minute here. This isn't a bad thought. Let me call Edmonton and see what they think, or let me call Tampa and see what they think. And then lo and behold, this trade actually happens.
But
Okay.
Are you looking at it now? Oh, the pick.
Pick's in.
It's not that easy.
I'm
Oh,
thinking
there we
we'll
go.
set.
Best pick. There we go. He took the best available. All right. So now there's those goalies that you were talking about. Oh man. So now, well, does Columbus need
Calgary's
a goalie?
going to get a. Calgary is going to take either. Going to probably get Koska. Wallstedt's going right here at number 10.
Okay. Do you say Holtstead at 10 to yeah, I can see Ottawa needs goaltending. Well, no, Ottawa doesn't need goaltending. Well, they do. Well, they've got Murray.
Murray's not good.
Jess is here. She says we're late and we want to know about the trade. Jordan says hi. Okay, so the trade. So actually, let's talk about that trade a little bit now while we got some time. The Blues today traded Sammy Blais and a second-round pick next year to the New York Rangers, and I'm gonna see if I'm probably gonna mess it for Buchnevich, and I can't. What's his first name?
Pavel
Buchnevich. Oh, Dimitra. Pavel Buchnevich, and I like the trade. I really do. And I think this trade has more consequences, or I don't even say consequences, but has more thread behind it than people really understand. Right?
In my opinion, it's bad trade for the Rangers, and you guys robbed the Rangers.
I don't say it's a bad trade for the Rangers. I think the Rangers got a kid that could be a top 6 forward. I think
they don't need them, and their top 6 pretty much is filled.
Okay, so now you have a top 6 guy who is in your bottom 6.
Going to play with Barclay Goodrow probably.
Oh, well, I mean, we'll see, but I just think that they're Pavel Buchnevich, and I was talking about Pavel Dimitra there. Guido. So Robert Morton joins us, says he thinks it's a good trade. I do too. And the thread, the undertone of this trade is Tarasenko, right? I think that Tarasenko's not going anywhere now. I think that you bring in Buchnevich, a young Russian, few years close in age, you bring in a compatriot of Vladimir, and you're able, huh?
Yeah, Tarasenko. I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, you're able to settle him down and go there. The guy we got was Pavel Buchnevich. Right?
Yeah.
And Buchnevich. I think I'm saying that right. Buchnevich.
He played in 54 games last year. He scored 20 goals, had 28 assists.
Yeah.
He had a
48
career
points.
season.
Yeah, he would be third. He would be third on the points and second on goals.
Yeah, career.
Right?
He's played in over 300 games, 301,
Yeah.
79 goals, 116 assists, 195 points. That's his career.
Yeah. Hey, Roland. Just so you know, we're all feeling your pain and your loss right now. To your father. Your father was a veteran, and you know us old guys, us old veterans, we don't really die. We just go somewhere and regroup, and that's what I think he did. He's with his shipmates and his I guess he was
There
Air
you
Force.
go.
So say again.
Picks in.
Picks in. Now they're talking to Francis, so they'll hold up for a second. Pick is in. I hope you're right there. I see. This mean right now, I think the Blues could end up with a top 10 talent. Well, actually, top 6 talent.
I don't think so.
Well, I mean, we'll see.
If
Calgary,
this is what I think happens.
Well, Buffalo at 14 scares me.
Buffalo
I think
at
Buffalo
14,
trades 14.
If Sebastian Koska drops down to 14th, I expect them to draft him because they're going to lose Linus Olmark next week.
Right. Well, and Lance, you're welcome to join us if you want to, bud. I just think, based on the press conference that I didn't get invited to, and yes, I'm salty, that they had today, I don't think he is. I think, and I think Armstrong just said, you know what, screw this. I'm not going to be, my hand's not going to get forced. You know what, you leaked this. We kept it quiet. You leaked this, and I don't think he leaked it. I don't think Vladimir leaked it. I really don't. I think it came from within the organization.
You think his new agent leaked it?
No, I don't. And that's the thing. I don't. I absolutely don't. I think it got leaked within the organization. And I'll just go there. Right? But I think that Armstrong doesn't that's why he won't take no movement clause. He won't be told what to do. He won't have his hands tied. And his hands are tied with this trade request. And he's going to say, you know what? No, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to help you out. I'll bring in this guy, but I'm done. What?
I don't know.
Lance Blaze wasn't what you call a tough guy. He was pesky at times and not tough, but he had a good, here we go. Pick us in
the 2021 NHL draft. Pierre?
Thank you. I would just like to say a hi to all our fans watching on TV. Regardez à la télévision. We can't wait to see you again on October 14th. The Ottawa Senators are proud to select. Les Sénateurs d'Ottawa sont fiers de choisir from the USA National Team Development Program, Tyler Boucher.
Really?
Wow.
They did not take Walter.
Wow.
If I'm the Blackhawks right now, I'm trying to get on the phones with either Calgary right now.
Wow, this draft is starting to shake up.
If I'm the Blackhawks right now, I'm on the phone with Calgary getting that 13th overall selection.
To take the goalie?
What are you giving up? What are you giving up?
Well, they already gave up a lot. Why not give up more? They would probably give up, let's just say, they probably will give up a defenseman because, sorry, my dogs are going stupid.
Hey, we all got problems like that.
But I think the Hawks, if I'm the Hawks, I would try and package up a deal with some prospects and a couple picks just to get into the 13th overall. Because frankly, the Hawks can't afford a rebuild with what they did today.
Yeah.
You're right. And I still sit there and go, the Brinkick, Mr. Jerry Buckner puts in there. Yeah. I still think that the smartest thing that the Blackhawks could do, and I know how hard this is to hear. I know, trust me, I understand. We've traded some superstars in our lifetime. I think the smartest thing to do right now is Kane has still got he's still got enough left in his tank that you could get some great stuff back for him than you will waiting or him leaving via free agency later, right? Because you know you're not signing him after this contract. And I think he's got, what, 3 years left?
They'll still try and sign Kane after this contract.
I don't know, man.
What do you think Columbus does with this pick then coming up?
Yeah.
Well, they have Merzlikins. They have
Yeah, you're right. They don't need. Well,
they don't need.
I have Merzlikins. Oh no, I don't. I've got in my fantasy team, the league that I talked about that I joined earlier. I have the worst two goaltenders. I have Jones and somebody else. I mean, there's guys that are in the minors that came up in the minors that have better numbers than my two guys. I mean, they're just horrible.
I wonder if Columbus tries and takes a goalie here just because if you take Wallstedt, you have that franchise-changing goaltender.
So
I could see it.
Guy, you and I started off the show. I said between 7 and 12 there'd be a trade. Looks like we're on 12. There's not going to be a trade. You said between 10 and 20. So, are you surprised that there weren't more trades in the top 10?
Oh, there has been.
Actually, no. I mean, I think the trades for the top 10 happened earlier today.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Good evening, Fifth Line. Thank you for your support through a tough season that we had. We really appreciate it.
This was the
12th overall selection. The Columbus Blue Jackets are proud to select from Sioux Falls Stampede, the USHL, Cole Sillinger.
There
you go. There's Mike Sillinger. Pops.
Wow.
Did Mike Sillinger play for the Blues at one time?
I think so. Yeah.
The name rings a bell. Yeah. Awesome. That's great. Congratulations.
I think you have the number 4 and 5 pick still available. 4 and 5 guys still available, and then you have the number, I think 11 in the goalie, right?
He was projected to go 10th.
10th. So I mean, there's this draft. I thought this draft was going to be interesting to say the least. You have one of the worst.
I just don't know what's going on. If I was the Hawks, I would have not done this trade today, knowing that there's the 2 goalies I wanted still available, and apparently the Blackhawks are very high on. I wouldn't have done the trade. And now seeing the Jackets just take Cole Sillinger, yeah, I don't know how these goalies are dropping the way they are.
Roland's asked, who do I think the Blues will pick? I actually see, I'm not good at names, so I don't know. I haven't been, through the draft enough to know who I think they're going defense. I think that when you look at our defense this year, that's probably where our biggest hole was. I see them trying to get a big defender, probably European, somebody who has an upside that could play within the next year. That's what I think.
A lot of the prospects in this draft are projected to be in the NHL within 2 years, not even next year. It's going to take a while for a lot of these prospects to even make it.
Because they don't know them. They don't know them. There's a lot that we don't know. Matt Lowe says, yeah, what are the Hawks doing? I thought they were trying to get younger. Well, maybe they were, but to me, what the Hawks did is they saw a franchise-style player. And
he's not.
Okay. Again, what they saw was, in their eyes, a franchise-style player that they could get who they thought they could get cheaper But once the talk started, they couldn't stop. Right?
The thing is, Stan Bowman has done this in the past, and he will continue to do it as long as he's the general manager of the Chicago Blackhawks. My question is, him still being the GM, he shouldn't be after all the stuff that's been going on with the scandal in the last couple of months.
Hey, guys, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Can you cover for me for a little bit?
Sure.
I can't play the pick as in, so you guys can talk about the.
Okay, well, I mean, like I said, just Corey, Mike Sillinger, he played for the Islanders for a while, is what they're just saying on. But I know that he played briefly for the Blues. I have to look up with the years. But I'll tell you what, his son Cole looks like a strong prospect. I mean, where did you have him ranked?
I had him going about 15th.
15th. Wow. Okay. Wow. And again, the Blue Jackets.
There was a lot of talk that the Hawks could have taken Sillinger if the goalies were both taken, but knowing that the two goalies are still available, I wonder if somehow the Hawks move up into this draft and try and acquire one of them.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. We're on pick number 13 is getting ready to come in, and still no goalies. So interesting to see how that all comes together here.
Pick number. Who's up right now again?
Calgary's on right now.
They need a goalie. They're going to take it. That's one of their needs.
Let's see. It looks like they're getting ready to go to the. Yeah. See, like I said, I'm on a minute or so behind, so I'm still catching up on everything. So as the picks are coming in, I might be a minute behind. But I mean, Calgary, boy, a lot of questions up there with what's going on with their future and what's going to happen with Tkachuk and just who they're bringing in. So, what are your thoughts about Calgary and what they're going to do?
I think Tkachuk stays long term and becomes the captain of the Flames, and they build around him. And then trade away Johnny Gaudreau, Sean Monahan, and work and build around Tkachuk. Sure.
I think because he's a hometowner, here people just go absolutely crazy. They talk about his name all the time in the media. I'm less convinced he's going to end up here because, again, I think he's just going to carry too big of a price tag. And the other things, I'm not sure he would want to play in the same town that his father played. There's a lot of pressures and a lot of things that go along with that, why would he want to even open himself up to? So I think it's wishful thinking by a lot of Blues fans. So
yeah,
we'll see. But again, I thought they were out on Buchnevich. And then I even had talked to someone today. They said, what do you think about Buchnevich? I said, oh, yeah, the Blues are out on him. I said, well, they just made a deal for him 20 minutes ago. So, what do I know? I mean, all this stuff, you go into it with a learned opinion and things just change. So, and I'm just curious, who did you have the Blues drafting? Since we're a Blues show, who did you have on the board for the Blues?
Let me pull my thing up real quick.
Yep. And while he's doing it, I just want to remind folks, you're watching the Blue Note Fan Report. I'm Rob Staggenborg with our guest, Windy City. Guy is just on a quick break, taking a quick phone call, making money, making business, trying to keep us afloat. So he'll be back in a few seconds to drop his pearls of wisdom, as I like to call them. But the guy's always the one that leads the discussion. So just want to let people know what's going on. But back to the question about the Blues. Who did you have the Blues picking?
Altman.
Okay. And what was the rationale behind that?
I thought they needed a left winger.
Well, yeah. I mean, today they're talking about Braden Chen moving over to the left wing, kind of grudgingly. So I would. Well, I don't.
Okay, another goal. The goalies still are on the board. Matthew I've been messing up his name so much when I look at it. Matthew Coronado of the Chicago Steel just went to Calgary.
Okay. Yeah, all right. Like I said,
A right winger, and he's a small guy.
okay.
5'10".
Like I said, I'm still on the X. So the feed I'm watching, they're just putting it up right now. So sorry for the delay for folks. Again, I want to just remind people, check us out. We're on almost every night on the Blue Note Fan Report here on YouTube. You can find us on Facebook usually. Got a lot of great discussions going on and a lot of great stuff on Twitter. We participate in many different types of discussions. So I want to just make sure you guys follow us and support our website because, again, we're trying to be the voice of the fan. We're not curated. We're not endorsed by the team by any means. My God, the team doesn't even know we exist, even though we're doing this every night. But we're just fans who like to talk about hockey. And again, tonight we have a good friend, Wendy from Chicago area, talking about the draft tonight and a lot of surprises. So now we got
Buffalo probably takes one of the two goalies just because they're going to lose Linus or Mark probably to free agency on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like a reasonable pick for them. Again, they got the top pick in the draft, Owen Power, so obviously they're looking good this year with their picks. But interesting to see what they come in. They got a lot of work to do. I mean, Guy seems to write them off, but I mean, they got a new coach. They're making some changes. They're making some moves.
They have a good coach. I would say that they have the right coach for their rebuild.
The ownership is a mess.
The ownership's a joke.
Yeah,
the ownership's one of the largest jokes I've ever seen when it comes to running a professional sports team.
Yep, the Pagulas.
The Pagulas are. I don't understand why they don't do anything in the football operations for the Bills, and look at the Bills. They're actually good. They're messing with the hockey operations, and the Sabres are a dumpster fire.
Mm-hmm. Which, again, franchise like that with so much history and tradition, it's just sad to see. But, again, I think they're going to turn it around. I think that their stakes are too high. There's too many people involved with the franchise that, they'll turn it around. They may not win the Stanley Cup, but I think they'll be competitive. But again, they play in a beast of a division too, so that'll be something they'll be challenging all the time.
I just noticed the jersey that Luke Hughes is wearing. He's actually wearing his brother's jersey.
Ah, okay.
When they showed him put on the jersey, I had a feeling he probably will wear his brother's because why not?
Sure.
That will be it will work. That would be fun to see the Hughes brothers together in New Jersey. Now they just need the third one to get traded there.
Quinn, yeah. It's Quinn. Quinn's in Vancouver.
Yeah, Quinn's in Vancouver. Then you have Jack and Luke in New Jersey.
New Jersey, wow. Yeah. And I was telling Guy, it's kind of fun. There's been a lot of brother combos over the years in the NHL. So, welcome to the Hughes brothers, all three of them.
Yeah, the last time, and today, now the Hawks officially have the Jones brothers.
Oh, look, that's right. That's right. Yep.
So,
looks like Buffalo is on the clock, according to what I'm watching here.
The pick's in, actually.
Okay.
On my end.
Must be about 45 seconds behind you guys, so. Again, Guy and I talk about what a life-changing moment for these guys. They play their entire lives and to become first-round draft pick. I mean, that's just doesn't get much better than that. So certainly congratulations to all the families who supported these guys have been picked today. It's outstanding.
I know when Guy hops back in, I probably will have to be hopping off because I have to do a few things.
Yeah, I got you. And like I said, the Buffalo pick, according to what I'm showing, is in. Do you got the pick yet?
Not yet. They're just talking to Luke, Jack, and Quinn right now.
Yeah, okay. I'm watching the same thing as you then. So, yep. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not sure where a guy went, so we'll check in on him. But if you got to drop off, we can carry it. No big deal.
I will stay for a couple picks.
Yeah.
It's no problem.
Last time guy left me alone, I lambasted him about something, so I don't want to, don't want to cause any trouble with the man. So, but okay, do we got the pick yet?
Not yet. It's still there's the three brothers are still talking on my end.
Okay, yeah, that's where I'm at too here.
I think they take a goalie.
Let's see. Here you go. So the goalie again. Now we're on pick number 14. We still haven't seen a goalie taken. So you're convinced that's the goalie. That's what's coming. This pick here.
Yeah, Calgary needs one, and not Calgary. Buffalo needs one. So yeah, Buffalo probably takes just for Wallstedt.
Then of course we got the Stars and the Rangers. Any big needs that you see for the Stars and the Rangers coming up behind this pick?
I could see the Rangers do a off the wall pick just because it is the Rangers. They have been known to doing stuff like that. Let's see here. Bettman at the podium. Here comes the Sabres pick.
Isaac Rosen.
Isaac
Rosen,
eh?
Yep. The goalie's still out there. There's a winger.
Interesting.
It's from Stockholm.
When I saw from Sweden, I honestly thought they were going to say
the goalie
just for Wallstedt.
Yep.
So another good pick by Buffalo here. Going forward here, but I don't know what Dallas would do. No one of these two goalies though are still available. It's making me lose my mind just because the Hawks could have had one of them.
Well, they still might. So welcome back, Guy. No audio.
What's the 333 jersey on my wall? Oh, that's the Pat Foley jersey. That's his iconic at 3 minutes and 33 seconds remaining in regulation. He makes sure you know it. It's tree in the churd by Pat Foley. That is what that jersey is there for.
Nice.
I made sure to put it right by Eddie Olczyk because Pat Foley and Eddie Olczyk are the two Blackhawks broadcasters.
Nice. Hey, Guy, Wendy was saying he's going to have to drop off, so I just want to let you know.
Okay. Hey, Wendy, thanks for joining us today. We had a great fun. We'll talk to you later, my friend.
Hey, I will tell you.
Thanks for having me on.
I hope those goalies get taken before you wake up in the morning.
I think they're going to be taken soon. I just don't know by who because how they're dropping.
Yeah. Crazy.
All right. Thanks for having me on.
See you, man.
Thanks, bud. Bye now.
Let's go, Hawks.
Yeah. There you go. He had to get it in there. Didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
I'll get him back. Him back.
So again, he was all big on the goalies, and the goalies are dropping hard, man. But hey, listen, for a programming note, as soon as the Blues are done and as soon as we talk about him, I think I'm going to pop off too. Okay.
Yeah, but I'm going to stay on for the draft. I had a personal issue I had to deal with.
Okay, cool.
Did the best I could with it, so we'll but I'm going to kind of stay on through the draft. See how long it goes. I may not go through the whole thing, but Blues are 3 picks away.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, I think the Blues are going to do something and move into the bottom part of the draft.
You do? You think you're going to trade?
Yeah, I do, especially with these goalies dropping. I think there's going to be a steal in the late rounds
of a goalie.
No, of a player. I think that there's going to be.
Okay.
There's going to be some other. You're seeing players drop. You're not seeing the typical. This is where everybody's draft boards were, so this is where ours are. You're seeing because they haven't had the same style of scouting that they've had in the past, right? Yeah. They've been using these services and all of this stuff much more, and they don't have eyes on these guys. You're not seeing. I think when you have eyes on these guys will go, yes, I believe this. Yes, I believe that. Yes, I see this. No, I don't. But since they don't have those type of eyes on these guys, I think they are not taking as much stock in these draft profiles, and they're going more with what they see on game tape.
Yep.
Right. And because of that, you're going to see some of this. You're going to see like what we've been seeing. I thought this was going to be an interesting draft. These were the least amount of scouted players in a long time.
Ooh, so there's a trade. Did you see this? There's a trade now. Our first trade.
Oh, yeah, the first trade. And where was it? What number?
15.
So.
Oh, Nostradamus. Oh, Nostradamus.
Damn straight, baby.
God. I hate when you're right. You know that I do. I hate when you're right.
Look, I'm not trying to be a jackass. I'm really not. But I keep getting told that I don't know my rear end from a hole in the ground.
Yeah, that's true.
But I keep winning.
Well, I'm going to just tell you something, though. You always tell me when you're right, but you always fight me when you're wrong. You fight me to the death when you're wrong.
Because that's the lawyer in me, even though I'm not one.
That's fine. Whatever. It's your show. You pay the bill.
Don't go there. Don't go there. Don't go there. I don't know who the trade is to yet. We haven't announced it. I'm waiting for it to be announced.
I'm thinking Detroit.
I did show Detroit. Yeah. They did show Detroit, so we'll see. So
let's see.
Here we go.
To Detroit for picks number 23, 48, and 138, all in this year's draft. So Dallas sends Detroit for 23, obviously a first-round pick, 48, second-round pick, and 138. So Detroit, you're now on the clock.
Wow.
So there it is.
Wow. 3 picks.
But I imagine it'll be done quickly. When you make a trade like this, Jeff, you know who you're taking, correct?
Yeah, I think they're making the move. They're thinking another team is going to take a guy, and they don't want to take any chance, and they really like somebody. Their rooms.
Wow, that's wow. Detroit gave up a lot for that. This has got to be somebody they want.
I'll tell you what, though, Detroit's in the win now mode, man.
This is the goalie. This is a goalie because Bishop's on them. Bishop's had issues. They're coming up for a goalie. They're taking a goalie here. I think the Stars. I think Dallas or Detroit thought that they were going to take a goalie, and that's exactly why they went and gave up what they gave up. Right? I see this. I'll tell you what I don't like when the trade is made that the clock starts over again.
Yeah.
I really think that if you're making a trade. That clock shouldn't be the 5 minutes, it should be 3 minutes.
Yeah, I agree.
I would like to see that because now instead of actually 5 minutes, you had all this time from when the trade. So you now got like 15 minutes on this when you don't need a goalie in Detroit. Yeah, Morton, Bob, I believe with you, man. I believe with you, right? And Rob, when I'm wrong, I do admit when I'm wrong. Unless I can still back up why I think I should be right.
I know, but I got to tell you, the reason why it works with you and I, because when you jumped off, I started telling Wendy about how great Chinese food in St. Louis is. It's like awesome. We had Chinese food for dinner. He didn't get it. Zoom. I could have been talking French. He was like, yeah.
So you have Weinstedt, Lucas, Lysol, and Casa, Sergachev. I mean, the Blues are going to get a solid player. Blues are going to get a much better player here. Blues are going to get a much better player here than I think that they were to hope for.
Do you think they go defenseman, or do you think they go for a winger?
Man, I think they take that center there.
Do you?
Yeah.
Best available? Well, there you go, I guess.
Yeah, I think. Well,
Chaz Lucius,
because
huh?
we're deep in center, so no, they don't go center. They go winger or big defenseman.
Well, it looks like you got to go down to 17 before you find a defenseman. I think
Yeah.
the left winger might be the way to go.
Where are you
maybe
finding
moving
that best
Shen.
available at?
What's that?
The best available list. Where are you finding that at?
Well, it's
I don't
on
have
ESPN
one.
now. I'm just seeing the ESPN.
Okay, is has
them of the Detroit Red Wings will make the second pick for the first round for the Detroit Red Wings. Steve?
With the 15th pick, Detroit selects from the Western Hockey League's Edmonton Oil Kings, Sebastian Cossa.
Wow.
There's your goalie.
As his goalie, 17-1-1, 941 save percentage in the shortened season last year for Sebastian Cossa. 6'6".
The other goalie was going to go higher. So interesting.
If I'm the Blues, I take Weinstedt at 17.
You don't think they should trade down?
Unless they could find another idiot like Detroit.
I mean, Detroit gave up a lot, didn't they?
Hmm.
Detroit gave up a lot.
Yeah, they did.
That's for sure.
I mean, they got the 24th. They gave up the 24th pick. They gave a first, a second, and a fifth.
Another 6'6" goalie, 6 foot sitter, 6'6" goalie. Wow.
Oh yeah, remember when I had Hanger on, we talked about that. You know.
Yeah. Wow.
I bet that looked really good on TV.
What's that?
My drinking problem.
Oh yeah. Well. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Airplane. The movie Airplane.
Yeah. Gary thinks they're going to take Starfkin or Linguru. I could see Stankren. I could see him, but no, I'm telling you, if the Rangers don't take him, I see the Blues going with the goalie. Number 10. You can get the 10th best.
But see, if
prospect.
it comes to that, I think they trade. I don't think they need the goalie. They got Husso. They got Bennington. Bennington's locked up for 6 years. I don't know.
Yeah, Husso. Yeah, no. I think. I mean, we're deep in goalie. I'll admit that. But goalies, like someone said earlier, they mature a little differently. They take longer to mature.
But you think Husso's a wasted pick then? Because he's only 3 years in, right? 2 years in.
Well, he's got one more year on his contract, and yes, I don't think Husso's a starter in this league.
Well, okay.
If this Weinstedt guy can be a starter, then I'm with that. I think defense is where we should go, but the way this is looking at.
Well, in the Blues, they got Prunevich and Jake Neighbors, waiting.
Neighbors is a forward. Prunevich just had elbow surgery, so he's a scare to me a little bit. If he didn't have that surgery, this would have been his year to come in and really show something.
Yeah.
Last year, right, because of all the injuries we had. So, oh my goodness.
Here we go. On the clock.
No, Rangers are still on the clock. They got. All right, man. Broke Tristan Yarry's record for longest win streak, 11. I don't know. I just feel like at this moment, because here's what I say. Because if you're looking at trading, especially in the second or third round, because we don't have a second round pick.
Yeah.
Okay. If you're looking at trading in the second round, they're showing Tarasenko.
Uh-oh.
Okay. I think that's just, I don't know. So they're showing that. I think that's because the Blues are coming up. That's why. But you're looking at trade it. I'll tell you what. If I'm the Blues, I want to be in the second round, even when we don't have a second round pick. I think we have some goalie prospects that could get us into this. Hoffer could get you into the second round.
Colton Ellis, another good.
Colton Ellis. So I could see taking this Hillstrand kid or whatever his name is, and then moving one of those other prospects into the second round, mid second to high second. I don't know. I'm just I just got this.
All they were saying that Tarasenko and Tom Wilson were 16th round or 16th. I'm sorry, first round, number 16 draft picks who went on to have success. That's all they were saying.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Well, I have it really low in my ear, otherwise I can't hear you guys.
Sure. Good, Ben.
So I have the TV on, but I have that it's on. It's going through my board. It's Bluetooth through my board, so I can hear it in here, and I can mute it from you guys. But if I do that, I don't hear you guys really well if I turn it up.
Hey, let me ask you this. So, okay, this is part 2. So we have the expansion draft. We got the draft. Then tomorrow's the bonanza, the trade bonanza. What do you think the Blues will be active tomorrow?
Yeah, well, because they don't have a second, and they don't have a fifth. They only have 4 picks. They have a first, a third, a sixth, and a first. They have 4. They have 5 picks. Yeah. First, a third, fourth, sixth, and a seventh. 5 picks. I think it's what I seen on the app today. I saw that they didn't have a second or a fifth. Pretty sure that's what I remember.
Okay. It looks like we're going to get ready to go here in a minute.
Here we go. So we have the first, a third, a fifth. We don't have a second or a fourth. So we have 17, 81, 145, 177, and 198. Right? So I think you take, if he's available, you take the goalie at 17 and you trade one of your others to move in, or better yet, you trade him to move into the second round and pick up a second and a fourth. Right? You set yourself up. Would Dallas trade those picks to the Blues to move up if the goalie is still there? Maybe. But no, I don't think so. I think if Dallas wanted it, they would have gone there, and they've got the 22nd or the 24th pick, so there's still room for Dallas if need be. I don't know. Detroit made it, so here we go.
Rangers pick is in.
The New York Rangers are proud to select from the Flint Firebirds, Brennan Othman.
Oh, there we go.
Ooh, wow, that's who Lindy.
So he's
the Blues is gone. Sam, Utah Ranger
so the Blues are on the clock.
We're going to be really happy with him because he plays with a little bit of edge, and at
so
you think that he's always been the side.
I don't know right now. I just think
you think there's got to be some trade talk right now?
Doing their thing.
I think the smartest thing to do. I think the smartest thing to do is take this goalie. Take this goalie and then set yourself up to trade into the bottom of the first with one of your other goalies, or use this guy to trade into the bottom of the first or early in the second. I think that the Blues have lucked into I think the Blues have absolutely lucked into a perfect spot. I really do. I'm thinking right now that this might be the best thing that could have happened to the Blues. Oh man, I don't know. I'm Predators will want a goalie. You know what? I don't know how much deeper the Preds are 2 behind us at 19.
Trade up.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind dropping to 19 because you said the best defenseman was at 17.
Yeah.
Right? And he'd still be on the board, the possibility of him still being on the board with Winnipeg. Yeah. I would trade to the Predators. I'd trade a first and a second or a first and a fourth. Right? You're not going to get that great trade that Dallas got.
Yeah.
But you're definitely Wow, I don't know right now, man. See, I'm going to be wrong. I was really sure that I was really sure that you were going to see a team not take any picks this year, but yeah, that these guys got better. I thought there'd be teams that would just make a pass on this season and stockpile picks for next season for that deep ass draft, but that's not what's happening.
Yeah, well,
I mean, that's what I would have done. I really would have, especially with the cap. Especially with the cap.
What's going on right now in the Blues room? They're on the clock. You think they're not getting the deal they want? I mean, what do you think's going on in the Blues camp?
I think if Armstrong's going with the goalie there. If we got guys that we want in the second, that what we were concerned about, because we wouldn't have a shot at them in the second. Now's our chance to get a shot at them in the second. Yeah. Let's take him and use him as trade there. So you got Wallstat, Lucas. Yeah, you don't get a Detroit until Lambos. I'm sorry. I think you can get Lambos a little bit later in the first. Take Wallstat and then trade him to somebody who needs a goalie to get Lambos later, if that's what you want.
So it looks like they're in the Blues locker room here.
Yeah, I seen that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice picture.
Yeah.
Do you think the Jets for Wallstat, huh?
I can't see him drop. I can't see not going. It's a windfall. It's an absolute windfall to have the 10th overall rated player at number 17.
Yeah, well, I just don't understand why they're not trading or not. But again, maybe they don't have the trade.
Here we go. Pick is in, so stand by.
Well,
stand by.
I think it's the defenseman.
What?
I think the defenseman. I'm just going there.
I don't think there's too many players above him. I think you take Wallstedt and then try and
in the 2021 NHL draft will be made from the Enterprise Center in St. Louis, Missouri by St. Louis Blues President of Hockey Operations and General Manager Doug Armstrong. Doug?
St. Louis selects from Rimouski, Zachary Bolduc.
Wow.
That's there just in case you could pick up the blue notes. Still, I think the best logo in all of sports. I love the Blues.
Damn, I had it right and changed. We took a center. We took a center.
Yeah, beautiful stuff. Lots of talent here. You played with the.
Oh my goodness! I changed.
So he's been on the map a little bit, but maybe a little bit undersized. But as he gets a little bigger and stronger, he's got all kinds of talent. He could be a real top 6 player for somebody.
I thought it was really underrated in a lot of the people I talked to. But there's a game I remember doing back in December, playing against Drummondville, and he scored goals in 3 different ways, and I was so impressed. This guy.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Wow, a center. Zachary Bolduc. Well, hey, Zachary Bolduc, welcome to the St. Louis Blues. Now let's see if our boy. I had you muted. Say again.
We'll be reaching out for an interview.
Yeah, we will, and we'll probably get ignored again, but we'll be reaching out. All right.
Can I address that?
Huh?
No, never mind. I want to.
No, I said that.
No, I want to address it, but let's just move on because I get fired up about it.
Oh, I know.
And the Blues just picked a good guy.
I don't think they're done. I don't think they're done. I do not think they're done. I think that there's something else going. I would love to see that list where he was at. I think he was like the next after he was the player that was after the goalie.
The list should be coming up here pretty soon.
Yeah. Buckner agrees with me. So that's why I can't go on 22. Oh yeah, with Dallas, because I think Dallas is at 22. I just don't think they're done. I think something else is going to happen here. And I'll tell you what, I'm almost dead certain now. Tarasenko's not going anywhere.
Really? Okay.
What have we picked up? And what have we? 22 was his rank. Oh, they dropped all the way. Oh man, they took a reach. Oh, they took a reach. Oh, wow. What a reach.
So
yeah,
he's
they're not done.
He's actually from France, and he wanted the American college experience, so he came over and played. It was whatever college it was at. So.
Yeah. No, I'm Wow, I hope this isn't a swing and a miss.
Well, why would you say that? I'm just curious because he's ranked so low.
I think it's a reach. I mean, 17 to 22, 5 spots when there's players above. There was a center above him, 2 centers above him, right? And look what you got: 1, 2, 3, 4 centers drafted above him, right? No, they didn't drop the 22. They took the 22 ranked player. They did not drop the 22. Oh man, so. Oh man, I don't know now. I'm at a. Oh, I know where the goalie's going. I see it now. I absolutely see it now.
Where's the goalie going?
20.
20?
Yep.
To the Oilers, huh?
Yep. Even though they just signed Mike Smith.
Manager of the Winnipeg Jets, Kevin Cheveldayoff, will be making the 18th selection in the 2021 NHL Draft. Kevin?
Thanks, Gary. Winnipeg Jets are proud to select from USA Hockey National Team Development Program, Chaz Lucius.
Winnipeg always seems to get a good player.
He's
He's on his way
right?
to Minnesota. Lots of skill, really good player, and these Canadian teams keep taking Americans.
Closing the gap. A lot of these players have improved so much. I love what USA Hockey is doing right now with the development model.
That's the center. Lucas was the center that I thought we would get. He was the so you passed up on Lucas to get Bolduc.
Skill development, it's been awesome.
And
when this guy had
wow,
a bone lesion in the knee,
interesting that he follows that far. And I wonder what the Blues.
I got to tell you, I'm blown away.
I wonder what the Blues
spending time in a hyperbaric chamber, which I've done numerous
think
times,
of
which is something that pro athletes and Olympic athletes
Lucas.
do. For him to have the wherewithal to do that and have that commitment, that
I don't know.
blew me away as
I'll
much
tell
as
you
the
what,
skills.
I'm going to stick around for this next pick, and then I'm going to jump off. But
say again?
I think the Preds take the goalie. The Predators take this goalie.
Yeah, because they just had what's his face retire.
Yep.
I could see that. Either that, or there's something about Wallstedt that we don't know. Right? Bolduc's a faster player. Well, and if that's what we're doing, if we're going for speed, I'll take that. Size-wise, I think Lucas is bigger. But
Bolduc's 6'1". 6'1" is Bolduc.
Yeah. But no, just looking at it, Lucas looks a little bit bigger. And oh man. Oh, the guy can handle the puck. No wonder we got rid of him. He can actually handle the puck. Oh my goodness. They're so. Oh, please tell me he has knee issues though. Okay, but watching this kid handle the puck. Oh my goodness. Well, I mean that's a good point. Man, I should bring Jerry on the show. He seems to know a lot more about these draft picks than I do. Because I mean, I'm not a draft guy, so I haven't really had time to study it. When you're on the show every damn night.
I might drop out too, so I just want to tell everybody good night.
Okay.
I love you to death. You know I do.
I know, sir.
Crazy. You know you're crazy.
Yep. I need a story on Dunn tonight, by the way.
Vince Dunn?
Or not Dunn, on Blaze. I'll do Dunn, you do Blaze.
All right, let me get to it.
You can knock out a Blaze story in about 45 minutes.
All right, we'll take a look at it, okay?
Okay.
I'm tired.
Aloha, my friend.
I'm tired.
Aloha. Have a good day. Bye, Rob. Hey, so you get me, just Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan, for a little bit longer. We're 2 hours and 10 minutes into the show. You guys have been great, man. Jerry, you've been around the whole time. I appreciate that, man. I really do. Thank you. We'll keep watching this for a little bit longer. I don't know how much longer I can go. I think I'll go a couple more picks and then see where I'm at. I'm kind of dropping down. Hughes is refusing to go to the Devils. He was hoping for a contender. Are you serious? I don't see that. He wants to go to the Devils because of his brother. Absolutely, because of his brother. That's a joke there, Ryan. Well, 2 surgeries and our crap medical staff wouldn't work. Yeah, that's true, Chris Shockley. All good, my friend. I want to see the goalies go. Yeah, you're not the only one. So I'll stick around here just a little bit longer, and we'll see what happens. We'll just kind of see. Oh, Ryan's pulling our chain. Hey, Ryan, you know what? For everybody that's watching now, here's a good time. You guys need to email the Blues either public relations or media relations. And if you want the email for media relations, let me know, and I will privately send that to you. I won't put it out. And tell them that you want us to have media credentials, that you feel that we're just as good as the regular media, the accredited media, and that you think we should have the same access. Right? We need that right now. We really do. And don't forget to keep checking out the site, man. I got another article I'm getting ready to put out by my Canadians guy. I got to read it and edit it and put it out hopefully here in a little bit. And a few other things going on here, but we'll see what can happen. Oh, man, I got a few things. Okay, I can't handle that right now. Let's see. Ooh, I'm getting a couple of good things going on here. I'm checking some quick messages, see some things that I missed. So if you can forgive me for a second. There we go. Okay, I don't need that. And then that. Okay. Oh well. So here we are back. Here we go. Let's see what happens with the Predators.
In the off season, team that's kind of
Dun 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 dun. So what do you guys think of ESPN's production so far? Actually, I gotta admit, it hasn't been over the top. I like that I haven't gone anywhere yet, Bob. So unless you're leaving, I haven't gone anywhere yet. I do like. I think that their production's been well. I think that they've toned it down, and they're covering it. They're covering it like a sports event, right? Like an event, and I like that. And it's not a media circus. So I got to hand it. And you know what? I think that's Weeks. I think Weeks brings that type of credibility to this draft and to this production. And by him being there, it really helps what they're doing. Like I said, I'm going to stay. Let's see. I think I can make it to 25. I think I'll stay around to 25, see what happens, and then I'll make a decision. 25 should take me to about 4:30, which would be 9:30 your guys' time. We'll see here.
Is with the man who made those 2 selections, Steve Yzerman, to find out why he did.
Steve, you guys move up and trade picks to move up in the draft to get goaltender Sebastian Cossa. What was it about this player that made him a crucial add for you?
Okay, so what else we got?
Yeah, we think he's got a chance to be.
I don't have a TV. I only have you. Well, sorry about that. I'll do the best I can. I know, like tomorrow, the draft starts at 10 a.m., which is like 5 a.m. my time. Let's see. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Yeah, 5 a.m. my time. I'm not getting up at 5 a.m. for the draft, right? If I get to go to sleep tonight and get some decent sleep, I'm not getting up at 5 a.m. for the draft, especially since the Blues don't have a second-round pick, so they could move into it. I'll probably wait a little bit. But, hey, I want to thank you all for dropping in and saying hello and being with us today. It was nice to see that 170 there for a bit. I want to see if I can pull something up here on Twitter real quick. I just want to see what this shot up to. Oh, Nope, it's telling me 0. But I know at one time, this was like up there. I'm sure when I'm done, it's going to tell me I had like 250, 300 viewers because I was kicking them on, man. They were coming on and coming off just as quick. Wow, I'm looking at this Chicago. Oh man, that Minnesota's got 2 in the first. Oilers, there's some chances here. There's some things that you can see here right now. The Preds, here we go. Preds pick is in. So let's see what we got.
Nashville, Tennessee. President of Hockey Operations.
There you go. The defenseman we wanted. I think he was a defenseman, right? No, center.
In the NHL, what do you think?
There we go. Oh, you guys couldn't hear that? 1, 2. Can you guys hear me? 1, 2, 1, 2. I don't know. I hope you guys can hear me. Can't. I may have to back out. Looks like I'm running. I'm not sure if you guys can hear me or not. Let me know. I might have accidentally muted something there.
38 games.
All right. So if I did, I apologize. 3 centers in a row. Wow. Interesting. Okay, so 3 centers in a row. You had Bolduc, Lucas, and Sidnikov. Wow. I don't know, man. Oh, you couldn't hear the TV. Okay. I might have had the mute still on, so that's on me. I apologize for that. I'll try and get that taken care of here in a bit. Let's see. Trying to keep up on some of my other stuff I got here. Goalie's fallen into Edmonton's lap. There must be something with him. There's got to be, because, I mean, Edmonton with Mike Smith, they got to take him. Excuse me. They got to take him here. They absolutely need to take him here. I can't see not taking him here. Right? I really can't. I just, wow, man. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh, you know what? I haven't seen Ashley. Ashley Jones hasn't been on here, and today is Layla's birthday. So while we're waiting for Edmonton to make this pick, I'm going to do this, and somebody can let Ashley know that I did it so she can show. But here we go. Hey, Layla, happy 5th birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Layla. Happy birthday to you. Ooh. Happy birthday, Leah. Leah is her name. I probably said it wrong, but happy birthday. You're a beautiful 5-year-old, and you keep surprising your mom and telling them doctors are dumb. Keep it up, little girl. We all love you, and we wish the best. Enjoy your day. Well, I'm going to wait. I think this is going to be my last pick. I really do. 2 hours of this is a little much for me, especially by myself right now. And just don't think that I'm going to be able to hold out any longer. Might need to just kind of take a bit of a break and relax and see how things are. Checking out all these trades that happened before the draft. I just I'm surprised Blues didn't go after Weinstadt and then try and flip him later. I think that you could have done that and really gotten something for him, unless you think something's not right. Might have some more auction stuff. Looks like I'm getting some things coming our way. So gotta appreciate that. I'm gonna have Kathy Golick on sometime next week. That will probably be a recorded interview that we'll do. So that'll be fun. Looking at having Brad Pond on with us next week. A good fan of ours. We don't mind bringing the fans on and letting them talk for a little bit. And, we'll keep the doors open and see what happens. The trip's coming really close. I mean, this is the last show until I get into St. Louis, with maybe one exception. I haven't gotten it confirmed yet, is going to be on Thursday. I don't know if I can do one on Friday because I leave Friday night in the mainland. So, it's almost there. I hope you guys are ready. So stand by. Here we go.
Pick number 20 in the 2021 NHL draft to the Minnesota Wild in exchange for picks number 22 this year, a first-round pick, and pick number 90 also in the 2021 draft. So the Oilers trade 20 to the Wild for 22 and 90, and that means Minnesota, you're on the clock.
Boy, I got that. I hit that dead on. I said trades between 10 and 20, and there were two trades, one at 15 and one at 20. Not bad, not bad. See, and then where's the Stagg so I can gloat? Guys, a lot of fun today. So you know what? The Wild felt that Oilers were going to take them, and they jumped up. That's the only thing I can say right now is that the Oilers jump up and they're taking, or the Wild jumped up and they're taking Wannstedt. I cannot see them not doing that. I mean, absolutely cannot see them not doing that. That would make no sense if that's what they did. If they jumped up to here to take somebody else, no, it's got to be the goalie. And what surprises me is because they've got that young Russian, right? They got the two young Russians. So this is kind of now that I think about it, no, they're not taking him here. I think Edmonton thinks that they can get him at 22. I might stick around. I think this just got interesting. I think Edmonton doesn't see Boston taking the goalie at 21, so they may have made the smart move here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is now that I look at this, and then you have Dallas at 23. Oh wow, this could get interesting. So I think I'm sticking around till 23. I'm sticking around to see what happens in the next four picks because 20, 21, 22, well, 21's not interesting to me. 22 and 23. So 20, 22, and 23 are interesting. You have the Wild who just traded up. You have the Oilers who just took that spot from the Wild, and then you have the Stars who dropped down to this spot. So I want to know who the Stars thought they were going to get in this spot, right? Why they dropped down to take this. And the Stars absolutely ripped off Detroit. Wow. There's sometimes I wonder if the commissioner's office ever goes, we should not approve this trade. This is, yeah. So you're looking at the board now. You got 10, 13, 17. So you haven't had a defenseman pulled yet, I don't think. You may have. Yeah, earlier you did. Yeah, you did. So, but the top-ranked defenseman is Carson Lambos at 17. Jesper Wallstedt, I mean, what's going on with him that he's dropping this far? That he's dropped 10 spots already. That is a shocker. So let's see what happens. 2 minutes and 20 left on the clock. We'll kind of play it by ear, but just remember, guys, if you are still hanging with me, you got about a 15-second to 20-second delay. I'm going to try and figure out how to work on that while I'm in St. Louis. You guys know I absolutely love each and every one of you. and this is a lot of fun. So let's see what happens here at the 20th pick. Oh man, this is I'm interested right now. I really am interested right now. Things that make you go, what the? Right? So here we go. Let's see what happens. Oh man, I just got a bunch of people jumped on. Thank you for joining me, man. And also I got to say a big thank you to Chris Shockley, Kimberly, Katina, Joe York, Brad Pond, and Bubba Carlson for giving me some Facebook love. Really appreciate it. Here we go.
General Manager Bill Guerin will make the 20th selection in the 2021 NHL Draft for the Minnesota Wild. And it looks like you have some friends with you. So, Bill, you're up.
This year, we lost a beloved friend and colleague and our assistant general manager, Tom Curvers. After a long playing career, Tom re-entered the hockey world as an executive, where he had a positive impact on every team he worked for and every individual he came in contact with. Tom will be dearly missed and fondly remembered. Tonight, we have Tom's 4 children, Madison, Rosie, Weston, and Roman, to help us make our picks. Roman, you're up, buddy.
With the 20th pick in the 2021 NHL entry draft, the Minnesota Wild are proud to select Jesper Wallstedt from Luleå.
Wow! Wow!
That's a combination of heartbreaking and classy. Exactly. Right there to see those 4 children.
Absolutely.
Wow!
So, Jesper Wallstedt,
They picked a goalie that they don't need.
identifies this Swedish goaltender who some say is an absolute stud.
Oh my goodness! That
you tell me your strengths.
No, you're on it. You're on to it right there.
I can't stand it. This team jumped up to pick a goaltender they don't need. They got Kokkinen or whatever his name is. The other Russian. You know. Oh my goodness! Wow! Absolutely, just shocked. Just shocked.
You want to jump around. You want to make.
Just shocked. I gotta say it.
And this guy, he's almost at the opposite end where he knows he's going to make the save. He's a big body with an NHL frame, and he's very positionally sound and just plays a very efficient game. This is one of the best goalie prospects out of Sweden in years.
Who would? Wow, I'm.
Who? I mean, the easy reach would obviously be Henrik a lot, but you know who he actually reminds me of a little bit more? Cam Talbot, who they already have. Somebody you know very well. So I see a lot of Cam Talbot in his game, and Cam Talbot was awesome for the Wild this year. Great pick here.
Oh my goodness! Really, like I'm shaking my head at this one. I just don't get it at all, man. I don't get it at all.
Lidstrom,
Right.
But his favorite Swedish player unequivocally is Henrik Lundqvist. Jesper and his brother, also a goalie, used to stay up late to watch New York Rangers games, but often they just watch highlights on YouTube the next day.
Well, you know what, guys? Since he's off now, I think I've had it. 2.5 hours is enough for me.
Said he's very
I think I don't have enough knowledge to go on, and without somebody else here, I'm just going to bore the living shit out of you, and I don't want to do that. So this is Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan. Say, I love each and every one of you. Have a great night. Aloha, mahalo, and I'll see you on the next Blue Note Fan Report.
Yeah, became the youngest
Aloha.
player here in Sweden.